Hi everyone, welcome back to Conquering Algebra 2. This is lesson 27. We just have one concept in here, and that is dealing with fractions with really weird denominators, so rational expressions. Here we go. So what we have to know with this is they're just wanting us to add, they're wanting us to get this whole problem under one denominator. I know some of you might be thinking, oh, we've already done that, we know what to do. The difference being now, they're gonna have situations like this, where we have x plus d and we have x. These are not the same types of x because this x is an add-in. So when I'm looking for my common denominator, I'm gonna have to list this x and then this x separately as x plus d. And because these two are grouped together, they're all under one denominator and it's an add-in. So when I'm multiplying my first fraction to get it to have this denominator, I have to multiply it by x plus d over x plus d, because for my denominator I have the x but I don't have x plus d, and I have to multiply it by something over itself. So this 4 is going to get distributed to both parts, so 4x plus 4d. And then the second fraction, I'm gonna have to multiply it by x because I already have x plus d, I'm just missing x. And so we have plus 6x. Okay, one last step. You won't always have this step when doing these types of problems, but in this case we do because these are like terms. 4x plus 6x, so I need to add that together. So we have 10x plus 4d over x times x plus d. Nothing can be reduced from there. This x it's two entwined. It's not just a factor, so I can't reduce these two x's. I can't reduce d. So this is as is. We're done. This is our answer. Okay, so in this next example, same situation. Now we have 3 terms instead. I'm gonna go ahead and write 6 over 1, and then we need to think, what should a common denominator be? So we have x plus 4 and we have x squared. We're gonna have to keep both. X squared times x plus 4. And so now we ask ourselves, this first fraction, what is it missing? It has the x plus 4, so it just needs x squared. So we're gonna multiply it by x squared over x squared, and this gets distributed to both parts. So we have x cubed plus 2x squared. Okay, and now let's ask ourselves, what does this middle one need? It has a denominator of 1, so it needs everything. So we're going to multiply this whole thing by x squared times x plus 4. I'm sorry that I'm having to write so small. X squared times x plus 4. So this is going to be plus 6x squared times x plus 4. I'm running out of fraction bar. And then for the last part, we have 2 over x squared. So it's just missing the x plus 4. Okay, and that's going to get the 2's getting distributed to both parts. So plus 2x plus 8. Okay, so one more thing that we need to do is we need to distribute this 6x squared to both parts here, and then we're going to try to add any like terms. So I'm going to write in a different color. This part right here is going to be 6x cubed plus 24x squared. So that's gone. And now we focus on adding like terms. So I have x cubed and x cubed, so that's going to be 7x cubed. And then I have an x squared and another x squared. So that's going to be plus 26x squared. And I'm doing different colors, that way you guys can see where certain numbers came from. Okay, so all 4 of these have been used. So the only thing left now is 2x plus 8 plus 2x plus 8 all over my denominator, x squared times x plus 4. Now my denominator, I don't have to distribute out because I know I'm not going to be able to cancel anything. So I can just leave this as is. And that's it. This whole fraction is my answer. So we're done. Okay, so those first 2 examples were way too easy. This is what we're going to see a lot of in our book. And what we have to know is with this denominator, before we start trying to find a common denominator, we need to factor this trinomial into 2 binomials. So we know we're gonna have x and x. When multiplying to get 3, the only option is 1 and 3. And then we have a positive 3 and positive 4, so they're both gonna be plus signs. Okay, so looking at our two denominators, we can see that they both already have x plus 1. That's great. That's one less thing that I have to multiply. So we're going to keep the x plus 1, we keep the x, and x plus 3. So this would be my common denominator. I wouldn't write x plus 1 twice because that would just be unnecessary. So in our first fraction, the only thing that our denominator is missing is just x. So we're going to multiply it by x over x, and we're going to get x squared plus 2x. Okay, and then we have to remember this is a minus sign. And our second fraction is missing just the x plus 3. So x plus 3 over x plus 3. And this negative 1 is getting distributed to both parts. So negative x minus 3. Last step is we need to add these like terms. So we have 2x minus x, so that's just going to be x. So we have x squared plus x minus 3 over x times x plus 1 times x plus 3. And that's it. We're done. It's pretty simple. All right, and that's all there is to lesson 27. So I'll see you guys in class. Be sure to subscribe so you get the new videos as we post them. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Any questions, leave those in the comments below, and I'm more than happy to answer those. And I'll see you guys in class.